Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Welcome, ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. Welcome to all Hadith disciples and YouTubers upon the Sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam bi-idhnillahi azza wa jal. In this episode, we want to discuss something that we've spoken about many times before, and that is the topic of seeking knowledge, seeking the ilm of the deen. We all know that seeking knowledge of the religion is from the best acts of worship, and it's from the few things that Allah, the Mighty, the Majestic, command His Prophet ﷺ to ask Him for an abundance of, as it clearly says in the Quran in Surah Taha, وَقُلْ رَبِّ زِدْنِي عِلْمًا, what is translated to mean, and say, O Muhammad, my Lord, increase me in knowledge. Therefore, seeking knowledge is from the best things to do. But what we want to talk about now in these couple of minutes that we have on this episode is, how does the average Muslim or above average Muslim, or even someone who's considered to be a talib al-ilm, who knows some Arabic, who's been overseas or hasn't been overseas, knows some Quran, how do you spend your daily 9 to 5 life as a student of knowledge in America? Okay, as far as a studious layman, quote unquote, that's one level, a studious layman, or someone, inshallah, I don't even like using that term, hopefully everybody's a student of knowledge, bi-idhnillah. If you have the heart of a student of knowledge and the mindset of a student of knowledge, bi-idhnillah, you'll be from the tulab. So how do you spend your day? What do you do? In these couple of minutes, first and foremost is, let's say, Salat al-Fajr. Okay, we're not going to talk about the night prayer because we'll go back to that, but you go to sleep and you wake up for Salat al-Fajr. First and foremost, make sure that you perform a perfect wudu. Offer you 2 raka'ah before you go to the masjid if you live in the vicinity of the masjid. And then you go to the masjid. Now, depending on your work schedule and what you have to do, either you stay in the masjid or you go back home. Or third scenario, let's say you made Salat al-Fajr in your home. You're too far from a masjid or you don't have the ability to go. I don't know him. Your morning program should go as follows. Number 1, the very first thing that you should put in your stomach is a tall glass of room temperature spring water. Not cold, not hot, room temperature. And try to get, inshallah, a good teaspoon or tablespoon of fine quality honey, raw, natural, organic honey. Drink that. Let that be the first thing you put in your stomach. We know that honey is mentioned in the Quran al-Kareem. Honey is very healthy. It's a blessed thing to eat and to drink. And bi'idhnillah azza wa jalla, it will be means of settling or getting you ready to study, inshallah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Moving on. Then, if you choose to eat breakfast after the Salat al-Fajr, don't eat a heavy breakfast. Something not too light, not too heavy, something that's going to stick to your ribs and give you some good positive energy. Nothing too sugary or sweet that's going to drop you down later on. Then, it's preferable that you should read at least 1 juz out of the Quran. Not memorization, not review, but qira'ah. The qira'ah shouldn't be too slow, shouldn't be too fast, but should be relatively swift. That way you get done. So let's say the average juz in the Quran al-Kareem and the Mus'haf is what, 20 pages, 22 pages? Bidnillah azza wa jal, if you read it at proficient speed, you should be able to get done 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, hour at most. Step 2, then you need to make muraja'ah, make review of what you previously memorized, depending on your time, whether it's a page, half a page, 3 pages, a hizb, a rubu', whatever you have the ability to do. Number 3 is that you need to memorize a new portion of the Quran on a daily basis. And as we said before, that from the etiquettes of seeking knowledge and from the advice of some of the people of knowledge is to make a realistic goal. If you work, if you have a wife, if you have children, if you have to go outside, it's not realistic to memorize 10, 20 pages every day out of the Mus'haf. 1 page consistently is better than no pages. Half a page is better consistently than being on and off. Then, bi'idhnillah azza wa jal, as you go on, if you still have time to do some things before you go out to work or school or whatever you do in the morning, if you have the leisure of staying in your home or staying in the masjid until Salat al-Dhuhr, then that is a whole different agenda and curriculum. What we want to focus on in this episode, because we're obviously running out of time, is in the morning. Most important thing is make sure that you're up before Salat al-Fajr. Make sure that you pray your 2 raka'ah, that you go to the masjid if you have the ability to do so. And it's preferable to make the 2 raka'ah in your home, go to the masjid, sit on the front row before the adhan, Until the next episode, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. Walhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This will be continued, inshaAllah.